My name is Renaissance Jeffrey, and this is the Workers' Rights Platform. Welcome back, people. This is the third in the series in which we are showing you that
you don't have the power
anytime you elect a government. Now, you would have heard from Mr. Panday, and now we are giving you a take in which one of the members from the Workers' Rights chat would have sent him a phone directly from Martin Daly in the Express, dated the 9th of October. And with the help of AI technology, we are going to read that article out here entirely, so you could see for yourself. It's not I. A lot of legal minds here would have been purporting the same thing. They are seeing that here what's going on. We don't have no power. The politicians and them insult us every single time, and they know that. And right about now it's showing you how the PNM government is stunting on the citizens. That's what they're doing. So with no further ado, we're going to go into the article through AI technology, and we implore you to listen through.
A regular reader who messages me occasionally opened a WhatsApp exchange about last month's budget debate in the House of Representatives with the question, "Have you heard the comments targeted at citizens made in Parliament?" She added, "Honestly, whenever I think they can't get any worse, they do. I do not know what they really want to happen before they stop, but they have dragged us to a very dark place." This expression of disgust and voluminous others in all forms of media reflect that the prevailing political sentiment in Trinidad and Tobago at the moment is probably, vote them out. These conditions prevailed in 1986 and in 2015. On both occasions the incumbent government had tested the patience of a sufficient number of open-minded voters beyond the level that indifference and tribal voting could bear, and there was a swing against the respective incumbents. In 1986, incumbent Prime Minister George Chambers became a figure of fun. I recall one round of jokes when he was photographed in the print media during a visit to a factory wearing a protective head covering that looked like a shower cap. Chambers didn't deserve to be thrown out for that, but people were already looking for anything to mummigai his government. It was the prevailing recession at that time that did it for the Chambers PNM government. The landslide extent of that defeat was the result of an opposition united under the promises of one love and rolling back the recession. The current PNM government is the butt of mirth and sarcasm, far outstripping what the Chambers PNM received. People vex. There are a number of clowns who are living real nice at taxpayers' expense, but giving arrogant and misplaced advice to an economically besieged public. They have relentlessly insulted us, and that would be almost guaranteed to bring electoral defeat. However, there is a big but. Other than the UNC opposition, there are some pretenders to the government throne, but their links with what has gone before may be off-putting. There is no untarnished catalyst for change, such as a Lincoln Myers sitting on the steps of the Hall of Justice. Regrettably, the pungent observations of Philip Edward Alexander may not have the effect which Alexander desires for his People's Empowerment Party, but good luck to him if only because our coward, easily bought and self-appointed high society needs someone to tell them home truths. In 2010, the Kamla Persad Bizesa UNC-led People's Partnership approximated another broad-based alliance. Voters then replaced the Manning PNM with what the late, great Lloyd Best might have described as another, pick-up side. The major players in that government set out to satiate their own appetites and those of their satellites who were in it for material goods and glory, and that mashed up hope. Kamla Persad Bizesa and some leftovers of her failed 2010-2015 grouping remain ensconced in leadership in the opposition, but that is a stale and tarnished offering, and not likely to be seen as a way out of the monkey pants we are in right now. Secure therefore as the Rolly PNM may think it is because of the deficiency of the other items on the political menu, does it have to crudely and relentlessly insult the hurting public? If you believe the ability of the privileged and those well supported by the underground economy to attend fetes and buy expensive cars is a sign of a strong economy, I suppose you can fool yourself into believing your job is done, even though ordinary people are underwater, both financially and in floods. A word on coal pots. In the modest circumstances in which I was raised by my mother Celia and Auntie Lorna, I can testify that a ham boiled in a pitch oil or biscuit tin on a coal pot for Christmas cannot be beaten for taste. However, nothing in my childhood experience would lead me lustily to recommend the use of a coal pot, as MP Keith Scotland did, and to leave the stove gas cylinder empty. Scotland, formerly my learned junior in one well-known case, began speaking promisingly on the reallocation of resources, but man, like he chamfer on himself after I stopped listening.
Now people, you would have heard from a senior counsel, Martin Daly. And people, if we wake up now, we ain't gonna wake up again. And I go say this in closing. Let me say that the people vote out this government and the UNC administration is installed. And let me say the next time around, the vote back in this government that is doing so much of destruction to Trinidad and Tobago. The solution is not just voting out our government. That is what I'm trying to get the people to understand. The solution is to put certain laws in place that nobody could do us that again no time. Don't let nobody make you believe that at the end of the day, the solution is to just to vote out our government and vote them in. And we are still left at their mercy. When election time comes, that's the only time we have control. We want to have control all the time. To say, get up and leave. Take your Jaji bundle and leave. That is the empowerment that each citizens must have to change the dynamics of politics within Trinidad and Tobago. So again, or you can black this me for your want. Tell people don't listen to me if all you want. I not coming here for no followers. I come here to spread a message, a truth to the people, and that the commitment that I have. So the solution can never be voting out our government. The solution is to put laws in place. And this is the time where anybody who are purporting themselves to lead Trinidad and Tobago should put their cards on the table and meet with the people and empower the people to do what they ought to do to keep the government and them in check. Again, my name is Renison Jeffrey. This is the Workers' Rights Platform. Like, share, and subscribe.
That it doesn't matter which party wins, we'll continue as we've been continuing for the last 50 years. And that, by that I mean, once the elections are over and the government has been chosen, the people lose control over the government, and the government can do what they want.